All right, now. All right, guys. All right, guys. All right. All right, so. All right. All right, guys. Yep, all right. All right, guys. All right. All right, so. Okay, boys. You got something to say, 40?
Yeah. Hi. He's working today, no hanging it.
No hanging it.
No,
Trabajo.
Trabajo.
Welcome back, YouTubers, gunners, and subscribers. Smash that like button right now. You got 5 seconds. I'll wait for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You hit that like?
Want a little bit. Oh,
I'm messing up this intro. Guys, we are doing the brake line tuck today with finishing lines. Upon further review, we have to do a couple of changes here. This caliper is set way too far back. This bracket was installed incorrectly. So it has 2 slots. I need to move that forward. So with that being said, we are doing a brake line tuck on a Honda Civic 96 to 2000. If you're excited for this, smash that like. If you're excited for these vlogs, if they've been tasteful, if they've been informative, if you're happy that 40's back, let me get that like, baby. I worked for it. Let's start gunning. So guys, good thing that I looked at this caliper real quick, because I was walking by and I noticed, man, that pad's not going to make any contact. Something's wrong. I've never used a Willwood kit, so bear with me. I'm learning this as I have it in front of me. I have to move it to this position, pause, so that I get better surface on the pad. Now it came with these 4 washers. I'm going to assume one goes in and out, pause, and I'll get that buttoned up. So real quick, while I do that, it's very hard to record, especially like with 40 around, because he doesn't really know how to work the camera, pause. I'm gonna fix this bracket to go further in. But remember, we're coming basically from this. See, there's no pad surface, so this needs to move in more. And that's probably why he could barely get the rims on too. He probably could have got the 14 on, but it's just too far out. So let me figure this part here. I'm still waiting for June to bring me some stuff. And this is such a nice setup. So these are S1 arms that are all-wheel drive compatible, and they sell you like a cap that goes in there, and then you can put basically your 32 mil there. So if he ever does want to go all-wheel drive, he's got the arms already made for it. Okay, starting to make sense why he had it in that other position. Pause. It hits the hub. Yeah, it hits the hub, 40. I can't get it to... So you see, I have it to where it's going to be closer, but it's hitting right here. So I think the only thing to do is notch this bracket for that depth right there, so I can get this to line here. But I understand now probably why June just figured, oh, it's got to go here. That's wrong. We're not going to get no pad contact. Yeah, this caliper needs to be somewhere over here. Alright, so you know what, guys? Let me just jump online real quick and see if this is a common thing.
Aquí.
Yeah.
You not put a
spacer?
A spacer?
No spacer not gonna work. No, it's not gonna reach.
For you put a one spacer, maybe no.
Let me see. Okay, so there's no way it's gonna go back there. No, this has to sit flush, 40. This bracket needs to be here. So I don't know, it's because this all-wheel drive hub is larger than an OEM one. But yeah, let me see what I find online real quick, guys. Okay, so I'm on Willwood's website, and the position of those holes, pause, let me just zoom in real quick and take my time. So you see where that says 11-inch rotor? Is it clear? Hold on, bear with me. Okay, that's the best I'm going to be able to do with this camera. So yeah, I measured the rotor, and it's an 11-inch pause rear rotor. And definitely we have to go into that spot right there. So 11 inches rotor configuration goes into that slot. Now we can't get to that slot, bear with me, because this is in the way. So I think the only thing to do, honestly, he's not going to change this hub. I think the only thing left for me to do is to notch this depth into this here, and I could just use my grinder nice and clean. I think that's the only thing that I have, that's the only option, because I can't put a spacer. That makes absolutely no sense to what Fordy was saying. I like to listen to reason. Yeah, that's not going to make any sense. So I have to have this flush with this bracket. So I think I have to notch this area here. I'm just going to wait for June to get here so we can confirm. Because in order for him to have used this hub and this brake system, he would have had to get the 12-inch rotor. Pause. Now I don't know if this gentleman's going to go through all that when I can just notch this and just barely get there, but I don't know if I trust all of that on that bracket, but it's not going to go anywhere. Plus it's rear brakes. It's not much that's going to be happening back here, you know? These are minimal use. So let me wait for June. Not bad, guys. So that area is notched, nice and clean. So now, putting this guy on. Okay, there, right? So slide this here. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. A little bit off-centered here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. See now? See, that pad's gonna be on there. Is it still? It's not quite flush. Is it flush? Or is it hitting here too? I don't know. I feel like that needs to be closer. So we're coming from this
And like that, good.
to about, I don't think it's good. Try to push this in more, Fordy. Push it in more. I don't know. I got to put those pads on and see if we cover that surface. But it also, I don't know when let me tighten these two bolts and see what happens to the rotor. Hold on. No. Something ain't right here. See the paint? It's rubbing there. So I think what happened is, Fordy, go up a little bit. I hate aftermarket brake kits, period. I don't care which one it is, they're all junk. Good, good, good. So that's the problem now. The caliper is starting to hit where I bolted to the hub. So it's either shave the caliper now, that's a lot of work. So when I get that to sit flush, and we still don't have like great surface contact yet. This needs to be closer, I believe. Or not, I could try putting on the pad, but there's something wrong. Because when I move that caliper, exactly, when I move that bracket in more, obviously the caliper moved in more, and now it's starting to make contact right there. I gotta figure out what's the solution. Maybe I can call Willwood. I'm sorry guys, I'm never worked with this stuff. I'm trying to explain it as best as I could, but I'm only human, man. Drawing board, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to understand this situation I got myself in, right? I go to number 7 for this particular setup. Number 7 is the brake pad I need. Part number 1509184K. Wrong pads. So I don't know if the smart thing to do is hold on to these pads and then have June go get a 12-inch rotor, because something's not lining up correctly. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Don't listen to me, guys. I have failed you, my friends. I have failed them. Yep, definitely wrong brake pads. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to call Willwood. I'm gonna have to pick their brain and see what pad it is that I ordered, because this is the wrong pad based off that search there. So I think I can get away by getting this on and I should be fine. But the pad situation is completely off. But I did move the spacing around too on the washers. I had installed the washers here incorrectly. The two go inside of the hub. So I cleared that. I'm done with these back brakes, guys. I'm gonna leave these alone. I'm not gonna notch this side yet until we figure out exactly what we have to do and then go from there. So I gotta wait for June to get back. Okay guys, I've moved on to the brake line tuck. Let's start at the master cylinder. Big shout out to Finishing Brake Lines. Awesome dude. Great customer satisfaction. I will put his website in the description of this video. Let's pay attention. Let's make everyone's life easy. Master cylinder, front, back, doesn't matter where these go, right? You just want the cleaner look. The cleaner look, obviously, is this little 120 bend. So here, banjo to the firewall. Here, banjo to the firewall. This is an 11/16. This is 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter, okay? So this is completely done. June came back with just a regular AutoZone master cylinder. It's fine. It's brand new. This car is not going to be braking like you think. It's not going to be a circuit build. Added this detail of washer with a titanium nut that I had back there. Pause. Done. So take a look at this, right? So you could use this photo for reference when you guys do your stuff. So that 120, kind of like a 90 into there. Finished. Here, I've explained to you guys how to do this banjo numerous times. So it's going to be a -3 line that goes through the chassis. You're going to meet it there. Leave this loose and then start tightening this by hand. 11/16, and then this here is going to go into the caliper. We're going to hold that up nice through there with a hex key. Done. I don't have these banjo bolts, so I have to wait for those. So we're going to improvise. I'm going to knock out this side here. You see how everything is loose, somewhat loose. Can't really show it on camera now. We'll take this guy. You see how it's fighting? This line's kind of fighting. That tells me that this is not loose. So hopefully I can do this with one hand. The butcher coming. 1/2 inch. I'm just going to loosen this. Okay, so I need to hold that with a 7/16. 7/16, where are you? Okay. Bear with. Wow, this sucks with a camera. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that with one hand. You get what I'm saying? I need to loosen that so this could be a little bit more free and not fight. But I am working on the front brake line tuck from Finishing Lines. Check those guys out. They're awesome, and I'm far from done. Okay, let's run through this real quick. Those two master cylinders to firewall, completely done. These guys, completely done. I want to favor the back of the wall here. I don't want anything to be hitting the tire or anything like that. So I have to hold this fitting here and then tighten it from the inside. I'll most likely wait for someone to help me do that. Finished. Here, waiting for banjo bolts so I can assemble this to the caliper. You're done with the front, guys. That easy. Everything's labeled from this gentleman, so it'll say front right, front left. The lengths are all basically common sense lengths. Let's move into the inside and let me show you the proportioning valve, how to just always, this is a very important part. I'm going to bring the car down. I'm going to show you the proportioning valve, and I'm going to point to you where everything goes. There's 6 ports. Left, right, front, rear, master. Let me show you the guys. It's hot today. Alright guys, let's break down this proportioning valve here. Okay? Bear with these bolts, I will change them. I have much cleaner tens than this. But this looks like it's very confusing. I'm going to explain it extremely easy, okay? So you have 6 ports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it? You have the sides, which are the master cylinder. Okay? Top and bottom, doesn't matter which way they go, right? But you're going to look for the most efficient way to put it. Look, that nice, pretty decent. All this stuff is barely threaded on. Master cylinder, the sides. This port is front left. Okay? This port is front right. So the ones that come straight are fronts. And then the rears, doesn't matter which side is what, equal length lines. Top 2 are rears. One more time, let's slow it down because this is great video reference. Master cylinder, 2 lines from the master cylinder. Front, rear. Now from there, you try to configure, and this looks, I mean, because of this dyno matting, it looks like you can't see the lines, but whichever way you want to route these to look nice and clean, you do that. Now I just have to take these 2 rear lines, send them through there, put the caliper lines on these rear calipers, and we're pretty much done with the brake line tuck. That's it. That's simple. So again, I will be moving some lines around. You see how that one's angled up? Gonna make that nice and flat, tighten everything, and then go from there. But I hope this was a great explanation. Okay folks, I need to slow down because I'm about to make a few, not mistakes, but move a little too fast. I'm still waiting to set up the emergency brake cables on this car. So if I route that now, I'm gonna have to take these lines off. So what I wanna do is, right? What I wanted to do was take these 2 lines, nice and clean, and run them through here. But if I do that now, when the emergency brake cables come in, I'm going to run into that problem where I might need to pull these back out. So I'm going to wait. The hard part is done, figuring out where everything goes there. Very, very easy. Take those lines out, through there, be right back. And then meet them out here, right? Take those 2 lines, separate them left and right, come around, nice routing, and then basically meet the caliper line from right here, and then come down with that 90 pause. That's pretty much the brake tuck. Same thing on this side. Come around, separate them. I'll get some holders going after we figure out this tank situation, and then I'll meet it right here. So that's pretty much it. And I think that wraps it up for me today, man. I gotta slow down. Yeah, guys, I got a lot of clean new parts here, and what I don't want to do is end up double working. This is no shade to June, but he left everything loose. So now I'm starting to tighten things and then noticing behind whatever I was tightening didn't get tightened. So I'm working twice, and it's starting to frustrate me because I work smoothly. You know, I like to work clean. I like to take my time, and at the same moment, I like to work easy. I don't think with the hammer first. I never think with the hammer first. So if I never have to use the hammer, I never will use the hammer. So I'm starting to see that I'm getting frustrated from the heat and then the parts, and then like there's certain small things that are not here and it's frustrating me. it's going to affect the way I build this car. I think today was a good vlog. We learned a lot together, and let's just shut it down today. I'll catch you guys on the next one. But thank you for the continuous support. I see that you guys are enjoying these vlogs. I love and appreciate everyone here. Please consider subscribing. Hit that, hitting that like button really gets to throw me into the algorithm. So if you guys can do that for me, it'd be amazing. I'll catch you on the next one. Keep gunning.